Before I start this video, I want to say I have a set of videos coming up, like some discussing the Yonko, some discussing some of the strongest characters, and so forth. But this time, I've already set this video up, so I'm going to go ahead and make it. What if Bon Clay joined the Straw Hats? Okay, instead of Bon Clay sacrificing himself so that the Straw Hats could get away for a land, possibly joining our crew and try along with them, which actually didn't end up happening. Instead, Bon Clay basically sacrificed himself for little, not nothing, but little. At that point, Vivi did join the crew, but she didn't go along with the Straw Hats. That's why I said little. Okay, instead of that happening, Bon Clay would join the Straw Hats while they were Alabasta. The Marines, Smoker, and Hina squad would know that the Straw Hats and Vivi are friends, however, they won't report it. Because Smoker would, at that point, know that the Straw Hats aren't really as bad as he originally thought they were. And Hina, she was, I don't know. I just don't think she would because of, I think Sulu was on there if I'm not mistaken, and she was friends with Garp and Sengoku and grew up with them in the Marines. And those two, Garp and Sengoku, had rivals that weren't bad pilots, so she probably knows that not all pilots are evil. Okay, Bon Clay will be happy to have Robin join the crew since they were in the same organization before. Bon Clay would then introduce himself as Bentham instead of Bon Clay. Okay, Bentham would kind of be the assassination of the crew, but not really like for assassination, just for like intel and sneaking into places and stuff like that. Kind of like Sanji did during Alabasta. He was kind of like pretend to be someone else, sneaking in and actually saving the Straw Hats and Smoker. So Bon Clay would do those stuff going forward. Bentham would have traveled with Luffy, Usopp, and Sanji to Upper Yard during the Skypiea arc to make the travel numbers even. Bentham would be one of the last few standing, along with Nami, Zoro, Robin, Genfall, and Viper, according to Edo's prediction, which would happen. But who knows, there would have been 2 extra instead of 1. Well, that's excluding Luffy, Pale, and Asia. If you want to include Asia and Pale. Bentham would have traveled with Luffy, Nami, and Usopp in World War 7. In this lobby, he would probably fight Blueno after Luffy knocked him out. However, he would have let Blueno go to save his friends, cutting their fight short. Or he could have also done this. Let's go back a little bit. He could have went with Sanji to try to bring Robin back, and probably would have ended up on the sea train. I would count that as a possibility, but I wouldn't say it's like it would 100% happen. I'm saying it could be a possibility. I was debating on to leave that out, but almost did, but I decided not to leave that out. Okay. Okay, Bantam would have gotten a bounty of 46 million, a little bit higher than Franky's bounty. And Bantam would be happy to have Franky on the crew because, let's be honest here, Bantam is he dresses a little bit weird. So I assume he would have been happy to have another person who dresses weird on the crew. Or let's just not say weird, let's say unique. Since, I don't know, cyborgs. I mean, you could have classified it as weird or unique. I could say you'd classify it either way. He would be happy to hear Book joining the crew, because I imagine him and Book would probably get along well. I think their personalities would clash. Okay, so he would have been in the same group as Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Robin, and Franky during the Thriller Bark arc, which would exclude the Coward Trio. He still would have kept that joke, because there was like 5 already in one group, which wasn't the Coward Trio, and then 3 for the Coward Trio. So that one won't be leveled out. No matter who joined, unless we had like a few more cowards or something like that. Bantam, Robin, and Franky would see their friends disappear, like you saw Sanji first, Zoro second, and Luffy third, I believe. And then by the spider, I think Bantam probably could have taken out the spider, but let's just say if he didn't, Bantam, Robin, and Franky would have been saved by Book. I think that would happen. Either way, even if he did have the upper hand, just to show him that the weakness of the zombies is salt. While most of the other Straw Hats would be unconscious after fighting Oars, I believe that Bantam will still be conscious, because, I mean, he's strong. Well, I mean, I don't think he's strong at that point anyway. I think he's probably, like, close to Sanji. I believe he would have been conscious, maybe. Or he could be unconscious. Let's just say conscious. He might not have been able to move, possibly, but I think he would have heard what was going on between Zoro and Sanji, and Zoro saying, "Let me handle this," and knocking Sanji out. So, I mean, he might loan what happened to Zoro, like nothing happened, but I don't know if he would. Wait, actually, scratch that. I don't know. I know even if he knew, he would not have said something to Luffy. Kind of like how he didn't want Jinbei to know that he was going to sacrifice himself so they could escape in the name of friendship. When the Straw Hats separated, I believe Bantam would have been sent to Konohaka Kingdom, the same as Sanji, since he kind of is like an Okama himself, or at least he looks like one. He would have convinced Ivankov that Sanji's wanted postal is legit, and that is the real Sanji. So that would happen. And instead of collecting 99 websites along with Sanji, I believe Bantam would have been trained directly under Ivankov, since Bantam isn't a cook. Or if he didn't train directly under Ivankov, he probably got him to do something else, but I believe he would have trained directly under Ivankov. Because I think the Sanji's learning 99 websites as long as learning how to cook better, so I believe Bantam wouldn't need to learn to cook since they have Sanji, so there you go. Actually, I believe after the time skip, Bantam would have looked more like the people on the island. He might have stubbles on his chin, and his hair might have grown out. During the Fishman Island arc, he would have woke up in Kami's house along with Luffy, Usopp, Sanji, and Chopper. He would have fought against a bunch of random fishermen along with a few of the other Straw Hats. Bantam would have left to go to the island with Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, and Robin on Punk Hazard. I believe it would be best for Bantam to be on the Thousand Sunny guard team. I believe when Gola came on the ship, he would have been into Gola's art, since he's into weird stuff anyway. Even though she was an enemy, he would have compliment her art. Okay, and then the web would have been the same. Okay, and then he would have wanted to stay behind and help Luffy and Usopp. However, Law would have ordered them to go to Zou, which we know Sanji wanted to do the same thing. He would have gained a bounty of 96 million after Dressrosa. Bantam would be there when Sanji got captured. Bantam would go along with Luffy, Nami, Chopper, Brook, Carrot, and Pedro in Wano. Just like the other Straw Hats that went, he would have felt guilty for not being able to save Sanji. So he would have went to the went to rescue Sanji. In Wano, Blanton probably would be disguised as a woman dancing in the streets, or doing the same thing that Robin was doing, dancing for Roshi, also as a woman. He probably would have fought a bunch of Wano Beast pilots, just like Brook did. Whenever Luffy asked Jinbei to join the crew, and Jinbei said, I want to. I know it'll be really fun and I'll enjoy it so much. However, there's something I have to do first. Bentham would have understood that and probably would have said something when just like Sanji did, whenever Luffy was frustrated and said, you better join my crew. I think Bentham would have said something then. Like, you gotta honor his respect or something like that. I have no idea what he would have said. And in Whole Cake Island, he would have been happy that Jinbei showed up at Whole Cake Island and saved them. And whenever Jinbei wanted to stay, said, I'm going to stay behind and protect my friends. No, whenever Jinbei asked Luffy if he could stay behind and protect his friends, and Luffy was kind of frustrated, but he understood it. I know he would have respected Jinbei there also, because we know Bon Clay would have done the same thing that Jinbei did at that time. And it might have reminded him of himself. And during Wano, he would have been happy to have Jinbei on the crew. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys next time.